Hello, scruff tords, freaks, geeks, and basement dwellers. Welcome to the War Zone. I'm Scruffy, and this is Scruffy Tales. And we're gonna take a closer look at what's going on outside of Pokrovsk because Ukraine appears to have launched a assault straight at Kotlyne, reclaiming buildings and trench lines, reclaiming windbreaks and roads, streets, what have you, and putting pressure on the Russians. We're gonna take a quick look at Kursk before we do that because for some reason people got upset with my last video as if it's my fault that Russia managed to take a bridge that puts them in a good operational position to put pressure on Ukraine's main supply route. That is obviously my fault. And, well, shame on me for pointing it out, I guess. I mean, Jesus Christ, people online. Anyway, let's get on with the video. Right, starting off here with Kursk. Not many updates during the day. What's going on here? Lines are at the moment what they are. Drone strikes surrounding the point of contact line all over the place. And my previous video, people got so upset apparently that I pointed out the dangers of Russia being in Sverdlovskovo and if they manage to secure it. I don't know why. So I got a load of thumbs down because I pointed out that if they get across here, I mean, they are close to this vital logistical route that supports the entire operation here. And if Russia gets through Sverdlovskovo, then it's only this line here that protects the logistical route, right? And they can then push down the valley here and reach it. And then it's game over in Kursk. Apparently people did not like why I don't get it. It's so goddamn obvious. It's this town holding the bridges over this river. Beyond that, this is the last line of defense, and then Russia can begin moving down the valley here and reaching this critical supply route. And people I don't know. I don't get it. But it is that crucial. We might see Russia making a move on Lebedevka to secure yet another bridge in the area to more easily get across and threaten the entire area here. But make no mistake about it, Ukraine needs to address the fact that Russia is across the bridge here in Sverdlovskovo. Otherwise, Russia will begin operations towards this line here, this valley with lakes. And if Russia can push across here, push through the windbreaks here, and gain a foothold, they will begin pushing south along the valley towards the main supply route leading in from Ukraine and from Zumi all the way into Sudzha. And yeah, it is that critical, and this battle is that crucial. And if you can't handle it, what? I don't know what to tell you. Give me a thumbs down, I guess, and call me pro-Russian. Mind-boggling. Anyway, on to the good news for Ukraine then. Everyone that's upset with my reporting on Ukraine, or on Kursk rather, listen up, because things seem to be going all right for Ukraine at the moment outside of Pokrovsk in this area here. Russia has been aggressively pushing into the mining facility here at Peshani, that should be said, launching assaults along this windbreak here out of Shevchenko, bringing in troops, utilizing cover, probably moving along trench lines, reaching the mining facility, pushing further and further, and we get more and more geolocated Russian positions all over the mining facilities. And Ukrainian drones hunting them down, but they are pushing further into the mining facility here. So Ukraine is currently having some issues at Peshane after claiming the town. That said, I saw a video from reporting from Ukraine that indicated that Ukraine had launched an effective assault with special forces into this area here, and had managed to push Russians out of this territory here. we have geolocated footage of snipers taking out Russians down here, for instance. And what they said on that video was that they moved in with special forces to assault and clear out former Ukrainian defensive positions, trenches, and once the Russians had been cleared out, then Ukraine moved in with ordinary infantry to secure the area here. We don't see it on the usual maps like Deep State and Andrew Perpetua and Mayakovsk 73 and stuff like that. Not yet, at least. But that is the reporting from Ukraine, and we have seen geolocated images of Ukrainian snipers taking on Russians down here. So let's make this location here contested, unknown, but it does look as if Ukraine has not just pushed into Pashane, they have also pushed into the area up here and forced Russia back. Moving on to Kotlyne, interesting stuff, because we have also geolocated Ukrainians in this mining facility or factory or whatever it is outside of Kotlyne. And it does appear as if Ukraine has pushed in along this thick forest belt or along the road here and has now taken control of the northern part of this massive facility. And Ukraine keeps advancing and keeps gaining territory in Kotlyne and now pushing into this mine or factory. We know they are sending in mechanized units, armored personnel carriers, infantry fighting vehicles along this road, coming into the southern parts of Kotlyne, establishing a presence down here. And we know that 155th Mechanized Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces is located up here, applying pressure, attacking from the northwest and now from the north. Famously trained in France, equipped by the French. Had a rough start with quite a lot of desertions, but they have bounced back in quite a fashion, and they are now actively assaulting Russian frontline units in Kotlyne, pushing them back and reclaiming slowly the town of Kotlyne. Why is this happening? I pointed it out before. We might as well highlight it again. Hang on, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna use blue and we're gonna do that. Right, so what we have here is a dam right here. So here you have a dam and it leads down to the Solona River, right? You can see here, here's the lake, here's the dam itself, and here's the deep valley. Here, down here, you have the Solona River goes something like this, la 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 la, something like that. Now, these waterways are the reason why Russia is currently struggling up here, because they only have a few options of getting across. I've talked about this before. One access point across is here, a very, very small bridge right there, as you can see. No roads, so it's leading through marshes and stuff like that. There's another bridge here, so not suitable for large transports of trucks and heavy load, so you have to basically carry shit, or maybe use the mules and donkeys that the Russians favor nowadays. And then you have over here at Vovkova and the dam, you can see here comes a road, goes across the dam and up this way into Vovkova, and Ukraine taking Pashane is now putting pressure on this supply route, and since it's easy pickings, sending in drones and artillery at this bridge, it's difficult for the Russians supplying this part of the battlefield, and we're seeing that Ukraine is now grinding down the Russian resources in the area itself, taking Pashane, pushing in here, taking back trench lines, and actively hunting down Russians within Kotlyne. Unsurprisingly, Russia is mounting a counterattack into Pashane out of Shevchenko. We'll see how successful that is in the end. Russia won't go down without a fight, obviously. But all in all, Ukraine is pushing Russia back here only 2 kilometers away from this dam. That's a cat in the background. And actively securing Kotlyne at the moment. Goddamn cat. So, yeah, there we have it. Ukraine seems to be in a bit of a spot of bother up in Kursk. However, down at Pokrovsk, things are looking up a bit, I should say. What do you think? Leave a comment. Am I pro-Russian or pro-Ukrainian? What do you think? Leave a comment. And as always, go på marsch, Ukraine, and give them hell.